Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Yes, we are back. It's been a while. At least a couple of months while I played some Bio Inc. and created a lethal difficulty guide there. But now we get to play with Plague Inc. again, and I am quite happy to be back. And you know what? I haven't really checked to see what's been changing in the popular tab, but I imagine in my absence there have been quite a few really good scenarios that were added into the game. So you know something? I'll go ahead and pick something today and maybe for the rest of this week, but I would love to see some comments, or actually perhaps a better way to get a hold of me would be via Discord. If you guys want to go ahead and jump into the Discord server, send me some suggestions, some of the best scenarios you've played in the last couple of months. I would love to take a look at it. Let's do Cat Apocalypse. It's 5 stars, sounds pretty fun. After years of being oppressed by humans, the first sentient cat decided to create a virus. This virus will create more intelligent cats by physically turning humans into cat-like creatures. Who will stop the terror of the cat apocalypse? The Capopocalypse by Jagwag. Alright, I kind of thought maybe this was going to be a simian flu. What is it going to be? We don't know because the game does want to download. There we go, apparently it's going to be a virus. Okay, so we're not awakening all the cats, we're just turning everyone into cat people. Works for me. ATP boost, Darwinist, aquastatic hemophile, and symptostasis seem fine. I am a little bit rusty. Haven't played in quite some time, obviously, but I think I'll pick it back up. Welcome to the Cat Apocalypse custom scenario. The cat wants to release it to the world. Select a country. It's going to be Saudi Arabia. That much I certainly do remember. All right, let's take a quick look-see at the transmissions. We start off with cat, which makes sense. The cats are susceptible to infection. Increases infectivity, especially in the rural regions, and mutation. We also have Cat 2, feline brain tissue compromised, causing birds to attack other species. Birds to attack? So, I'm sorry, how does this make sense? The feline brain tissue is compromised, but somehow that causes the birds to attack other species. Typo? Maybe? Or am I just missing something? Air, of course, is normal. Water is normal. For our symptoms, we have feline genetic switch. Enables the virus to create specific proteins in cats and humans alike. Proteins are able to induce intelligence in cats and cat-like symptoms in humans. Again, this feels like kind of a wasted opportunity for the simian flu. Good lord, it would have been hilarious having all the cats coming together in giant feline colonies, you know, and rebelling against their masters. That'd be amazing. All right, we have our cold, heat, and drug resistance as is normal, and cerebral switch. Pathogen disrupts the thought processes of the cat-to-human relationship in the infected. The thought processes of the cat-to-human relationship. So the cat starts to think about the human in different ways, or does the human start to think of the cat in different ways? I'm not sure. Let's go for the air, of course, because we are playing in Saudi Arabia to begin. And air is always going to be a good choice. New aid for the poor countries. Good for you guys. I'm sure you're all very proud. We could go for air 2 with 15 points, and that would be a pretty good way of getting some extra infectivity. How much does it cost for cat 2? 13. It's also got a pretty reasonable amount of infectivity, but air 2 is definitely going to be better. And obviously, the sooner I get on the planes and travel across the world, the better that's going to be for me. So I think we do that first. Air 2. Done. Now, presumably getting Cat 2 will unlock a bunch of other options, so while water does sound really good, it might be better to go for some cat upgrades for the time being. Well, there's the feline genetic switch, so the mutation chance is not inconsequential, because we did just get something a little early on. So, I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those scenarios where having a lot of mutation chance is going to be a problem for me. We did start with Darwinist. Why did I do that? I just realized that I had Darwinist this whole time. Do we still like that? Whatever. Infected cats have been gifted with supreme intelligence. This will be noticed by the general population. Snowball suddenly got smart. All right, we have birds. Now the birds are going to be susceptible. Then we have rodents, more cats. Damaged brain tissue of cats lead to increased biting and aggression towards other species. So the cats have simultaneously become intelligent, but also brain damaged. Increases mutation, infectivity, and land-based transmission. We also have insect and pet. Pets not including the cats, of course. Cats are a whole category in and of themselves. They are not pets, okay? We are their pets. Everything else, though, dogs, hamsters, gerbils, birds, parakeets, it doesn't matter. They all fall under pet. Okay. Well, I guess depending on what kind of transmission we want, some of these could end up being pretty good. Rodent is usually not so bad if you want to get around in Europe and such a little bit faster. Mostly, though, I kind of need some more severity because now we're starting to spread in the world and I don't have a lot of extra points coming my way. So, we could go for hirsutism. Hirsutism. What increased androgen levels cause increased hair growth. Slightly increases infectivity and severity. Fascinating. Heterochromia. Virus changes the amount of melanin in the eye, causing changes in color and increasing scratching of the eye. Insomnia. I mean, if all things are going to be equal, then I think we have to go down the insomnia route, simply because it makes people a little bit less likely to work on that cure. Not by much, mind you, but just a little bit. We could go for Nocturnal as well. Struggle to sleep at night increases infectivity, but barely touches the severity, which still makes it a pretty good option. We also have Personal Grooming. The infected have the urge to lick themselves and others. Don't worry, it's a bonding experience. It's okay. It's not weird unless you make it weird. Unguis formation. However you say that. Keratin production is increased, causing longer nails and claws to form in the infected, causing infectivity. We also have aggravation, which is very severe, and also some lethality. Also, hyperpheromone production can be fatal in some cases, which I'm not really a big fan of. So let's stick with the cheap things like hirsutism and heterochromia. Night vision. Tapetum lucidum forms inside the eyes of the infected, causing them to go out at night more often. Again, not much in the way of infectivity. Hyperhirsutism. Significantly increases in androgen levels related to hair growth. That's a bit more severity. That might be worth it to me. Again, severity translates into the extra points when you pop these red bubbles, so having a healthy amount of severity to get the extra DNA will go a long way, but not so much that you get detected too early. Plague Ink is 100% a very delicate balancing act. I think we are going to go for a level of cold resistance just to make things a little bit easier as we start to gradually spread up north. People have started licking each other of their own volition now. That's good. Let's go for some drug resistance as well, make things a little bit easier in the wealthier countries. The new minor disease has been spotted, but since no one can quite remember how to pronounce it because it has so many letters and numbers, no one really feels that concerned. Let's go for some more cold resistance. And then I do think we want to go for either rodents or birds. Actually, wait, we're going to have a really hard time with ship transmission. There's so many options here. We do need a lot more infectivity. I'm a little bit behind on that front right now. Let's go for the water transmission, make it a little bit easier to get to some of these boats. And in the humid countries, could be helpful. We'll go for another level of that. That leads to extreme bioaerosol, of course, always being quite good. Cats have been cited having intelligence. Strange cases of cats working on strange documents and other work have disturbed the population. Research is being done on this matter. This kind of reminds me of that kids' movie Cats vs. Dogs. You guys remember that? It's like the dogs are all intelligent and organized for the benefit of mankind, but the cats are all also intelligent and organized, but because they want to rule the world. I don't know. I guess I could kind of see that working here, too. This increases mutation infectivity and the land-based transmission, so maybe we want to do this rather than birds. Okay with that. We'll also go for the extreme bioaerosol just to make it a little bit easier to get to some of these islands because, you know, frickin' Greenland is still frickin' Greenland. I remember you. Let's go for another level of drug resistance, and at this point we could focus on some symptoms. Now, am I feeling confident enough that we could go for some lethality? Not especially. I think we will work our way up here a little bit. Hyperdontia? Better fangs and stuff, you know. Whatever, okay. The symptostasis is, of course, making all this stuff very, very cheap. Osteosclerosis. Gosh, I know how to say that. Osteosclerosis. Why is that so hard? Osteosclerosis. Thank you. The O, for some reason, was tripping me up. Increased bone growth near the tailbone for humans. Could potentially spread and become fatal. Filiform papillae. Don't know what that means. Aphasia. Makes it harder to communicate with others and stuff. Apparently that's lethal because people can't, you know, describe their symptoms when they're in the doctor's office and they get mistreated or misdiagnosed and they die. I don't know. Vision loss. Okay, great. Well, Japan's just now starting to shut things down. I'm kind of waiting on you here, Russia. Get to Greenland. So close, so close. Just turn right. Just turn right. Oh, frickin' heck. We're gonna lose, aren't we? It's not my fault, I swear to God. The mutation chance is coming to kill me. Send a boat! Pulmonary, I'm getting all the things. There's the Greenland. Okay. Not missing anything anymore. Now we can go for some lethality. Let's go for osteosclerosis. We'll go for the... Whoa, we got a load of lethality somewhere. We picked up pulmonary alteration, which can be lethal. We got vision loss and blindness. Lots of things. which do scare me a little bit. I don't think there's a whole lot that we have to worry about in terms of Greenland, though. I wish we had some corpse transmission. I don't want my lethality so high that we can't get to a critical mass. So I'm a little concerned. Anything that can also increase our infectivity is probably going to be good. Unintentional micturition. How do you say that? Plasma alteration. Pathogen attaches to multiple blood-related proteins, altering blood types, increasing infectivity and lethality. Decomposed bodies remain a vector of transmission. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, now we go for as much of the lethality as possible. Interesting that hyperosteosclerosis is not tied to actual osteosclerosis. Just saying, that's a little weird, right? Go for that. Growth of a tail can be lethal. Partial transformation. The partial transformation of the infected. Full transformation must require a bonded relationship between cats and humans alike. Can be fatal. All right, we're going to go for that. The question now is, how do I turn people into cats? Because it seems like they're all going to die before they enjoy being a cat. Everybody wants to be a cat. There's, what was that, Aristocats movie? Yeah. Biting. Larynx disintegration. Very lethal. Hyperpheromone production, not paralysis, aggravation, insanity. I'm looking for anything that might turn on this. I guess we could go for larynx disintegration. Nope. What does this unlock? Oh, wait! We haven't gone for the cerebral switch! Oh, no! I'm gonna kill everyone long before we have a chance to turn everyone into cats. Ah, well, you know what? That's gonna be fine. The mutation chance is actually getting a little bit out of control. A little tiny bit out of control. We are definitely evolving more than I think I know what to do with. So we could go for bonding, levels 1, 2, and I can't quite reach 3 because it costs 30 points. I think everyone's very dead, but we'll try. Let's see what we can do. We got bonding. Okay, now we can go for the complete cat transformation for another 30 points. Infected are completely transformed into cat-like creatures, making infected unable to work on a cure. Lethality significantly decreased. Of course, people had to go insane before that happens. But, you know, here we go. Got it. All right, we gotta have everyone turning into cat-like creatures based on numerous evidence. On the order of, like, a few hundred million. 31TS-1R5-7R51T is completely transforming humans into cat-like creatures, which is baffling the scientists. There are no healthy people left in the world, which means we win. We have successfully transformed humans into cats. What few remain, but to be honest, several billion cats could not possibly live with each other. We had to clear out plenty of elbow room for all of these cats to have their nice pampered spaces. We have successfully turned humans into cat-like creatures. Now the world can live in peace and harmony, making the cat who created it happy. Because all that matters is making Snowball happy. Just the one cat. Just the one. All right, we get 3 stars, 72,855 points, 343 days, only 25% cure progress. All in all, what's wrong with the scenario? Can't think of a thing. It's pretty good. I mean, again, there's the osteosclerosis. There we go. That is not tied together. That's a little weird. But beyond that, it's like, 1 or 2 little mistakes here and there. Otherwise, it seems like a perfectly balanced scenario. Nothing really wrong with it. I think it's just one of those classic examples of a kind of a safe scenario that didn't really break any ground, but at the same time is just good on its own right. Really nothing wrong with it. Nothing to complain about. Yeah, absolutely, I'd recommend that. That one's good. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed and are glad to see me return to Plague Inc. Evolved, and if you are, then I hope that you will consider hitting that like button. Leave a comment. Of course, remember to go into the Discord channel if you guys want to give me some direct suggestions. That is the best way to get a hold of me. And subscribe if you have not already. My name is Pravus, and I will see you guys next time.